knowledge and understanding. Help the teachers to guide us well. In Jesus' name I pray.
Thank you. Shana, you also want to pray? You want to sing? So we'll give you time immediately after the recap, okay? Then you will sing. Tuwapigie makofi mazuri. 3, 2, 1. Ama namna gani? 1, 2, 3, go! Naniambia senyorita. Parapanda. 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 Señorita. 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 Thank you very much. Lakini Madam President is here. I think it's in order that she gives us some good remarks for the morning. And then we hand it over to the moderator. Ama namna gani? Your Excellency, do you mind saying hello to your citizens?
Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a lovely night and a good sleep. Then what are the blankets for? I thought you had been given blankets. Oh, it's okay then. Our chaperones will take care of that. Have a good day and a lovely morning. Thank you.
Tumpigie makofi mazuri. 3, 2, 1, go. Shukran. So who is moderating the session? Tumesikia malalamishi juu ya kutolala vizuri. Tutatafuta doom, eh?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So today, 3 of us are the moderator of the recap for today. So we'll start by briefly introducing our names. I'll start by my name. I'm Otieno Wilson from Kitui County, and I school in Ngutani Secondary School in Migwani Sub-County.
Good morning. My name is Jesse Atieno from Sia County, Agoro Yombe Secondary School.
Morning. I am Fiona Adhiambo from Kisumu County, Alara Orphanage School. Thank you.
So back to me again. We thought maybe we could do an interesting thing. Like if I throw this thing here, this side, if you take it, you'll give me the first point. If I throw it this side, you'll give me the first point of what you can think we did yesterday. So maybe if I start with this side, I believe all of you know what's a recap, don't you? So I'll start with this side. I'll throw it this side. Then you'll tell me what you think of, but if you are not willing, you can pass it over. Again, it is not a must. So I'll just throw it. Oh. Anybody?
And we learned about the Big Four agenda and what the government is doing towards the same, and what the children want the government to do more about the same.
A clap. Clap for her. Yeah. So, as she has said, we talked about the Big Four agenda. Now, I believe all of you here as leaders know what the Big Four agendas are and what the government is planning for us. We, as the children of Kenya. So, knowing what the big four agendas are, what I'll just tell you, just go wherever we are from. Tell them, talk about what you have heard. Some people maybe won't understand what the big four agendas are. Maybe they won't be concerned about it. But how best would it be if you, who has been here, goes and tell the people out there what the big four agendas are? Remember, you are the leaders. And being leaders, we are also the future leaders who are to come. So the next group will be this one. I believe I'll close my eyes, then I'll throw it maybe a short distance. Yeah. So I'll throw it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You have given me. We learned many things. I cannot say all. We learned about vocational trainings that are going on. We learned about what the senator and the nominated senator, she talked about the funds being allocated to our counties for the purpose of our development. Also, the CS for education has talked many things of our learning system. She has said that she allocated the books for our schools, which we are happy about it. And I also talked of many things. My county, also others have talked of their counties, and I can see my friends are. Do you want to talk? So, we talked of those kind of things, and particularly on the big four agendas, mainly per regions. We talked of how these big four agendas are being implemented within our counties. Thank you very much.
A clap for him. Now he's reminding me something about the V80, the vocational training. Now, I only knew the vocational training when I came here. Apparently, I didn't know maybe the importance of it, but since they talked about it yesterday, I became fond of it and thought, maybe, if there is a student in our school and is not able to perform well in academics, maybe he can try something like that and he won't be idle after all. So, I'll go to this side, just continue making these recaps which we have. I'll just close my eyes and throw. Welcome. Just clap for him again. Clap for him. So apparently he can remember the big four agendas, and some of us here won't say I can't remember all of it. If I just pick someone, won't be able to remember. So he has talked about the big four agenda. We know them. We've discussed them in our counties, in our regions, and even nationwide. We are expecting maybe the development to go forward. In Vision 2030, as we were told, maybe things will be better. I believe things will be better because after planning here, things will be better, of course. Like repeating, things will be better. So things will be better. Repeat, things will be better. Things will be better. So we believe in the best and things will be better. I'll go to this side. I think this is my last part of drawing. Then I'll give the others. So just close my eyes and draw it.
Yesterday we learned about how the government is trying to
Clap for him. So, oh, this side, sorry. Let me first summarize something on it. Now, about the electricity which he has said, maybe some of us, if you are having a challenge concerning the electricity, just be patient. After reporting, just be patient and wait for the government to do action. Let's not have maybe being hurried about something. That is, we want something to be done immediately. No, there's nothing which comes in that immediate effect. So you must be patient. After you have said what you wanted, now just be patient and wait. So I'm being told that I should throw it this. So nina nguvu sana.
Yes. Yesterday we learned about how the problems which we are facing in our counties and how we can refresh them to the government so that they can help us to overcome them and have a better life in the near future.
Clap for you. So I think I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Yesterday we have Children Devolution Conference. Thank you. We have some of our honorable visitors. Can somebody remind us how visitors that we have yesterday? I will start from this side. Yes, can you say?
We had the CS of Education, Dr. Amina Mohammed, and the governor from Kericho, and the Senate.
Thank you very much. We had our Secretary Cabinet, Dr. Amina Mohammed. Another person.
Yesterday we were visited by Mr. Cyrus. I don't know he was from which county. Mount Elgon.
Thank you very much. And our Cabinet Secretary promised us some activities that she will do to our schools. She promised us some activities that she will do to us. Can somebody mention one of the activities?
Yesterday, our CS promised us that we will have security in our schools and also enough food that she will do. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. She promised that we will have enough food in our school, and you know very well that we cannot learn without food. Ama ni aje? Ingine?
And she promised that we will have electricity too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. She promised she promised us that we will have electricity, because mostly in high school we always learn in the morning, but you cannot learn in a dark place, okay? Another one? This side.
You go here.
He promised us that he is going to provide good shelter.
Okay, thank you. She promised us that we will have a good shelter. We'll have, e.g., we will have a good housing. Thank you. Another point.
Professor Paul Chepkony from Kericho County.
Just say.
Thank you. One of the things that Dr. Amina Mohammed, Cabinet Secretary Education, promised us is the dissolution of juvenile justice systems and schools for disabilities to join the normal schools to avoid the kind of discrimination that is posed by those kind of schools, and creation of slots for the same. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all who have given a point. Can we clap for ourselves? Thank you.
Check.
Okay. There are some things that we talked about yesterday, the CS, the governors. Can you remind me of the things that they talked about? I will start by this side.
So we are doing the afternoon session, the panel, the plenary on education. Remember? Yes.
One, two. Okay, I'm Dorcas Chebo again from my Gaston Grain. I'd like to talk on or to speak of what the CS and other visitors, the guests said yesterday. One of them was about the ECD, that our teachers or the ECD teachers have been trained, they have been hired by the government so that they can build up on the education of the young children and also the vocational training, that there is carpentry, masonry, and then the CS also, she spoke on how the education system can be improved, and also about the security of the children in school, and all that was spoken yesterday majorly was about the education. Yes, thank you.
Yes, they talked about the security in school, about the new curriculum, all those they spoke about. Thank you. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Milben from Riokindo Boys High School, Kisii County. Milben Mosongo, Riokindo Boys High School, Kisii County. And yesterday, the governor said that there is 95% transition of the pupils from primary school to high school. And there's a 5% which has not yet moved from the primary to the secondary. So they're still looking for the 5% of the students to join the high school. And thanks.
Go to this side.
Thank you. My name is Benedetta Mwema from St. Bridget Catholic School from Nairobi County. Yesterday we were taught about, all the things that I learned is that based on what the CS said, was that you should never be afraid of doing something right. Even if somebody who you love, or it is your loved one who has gone against your child right, you should not fear, but do the right action. Thank you.
Thank you, Benedetta.
Nataka. Patia huyu, unataka?
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, we learned that it's all right as children to the same games that most of us sometimes have on after girls, after being impregnated, then you blame somebody, then this goes to us that we should protect ourselves, and it is our right. Something that most of us did not know, that if you are impregnated by a fellow child, then you are to take it as advantage. But that it is not an advantage, because it will now be that both of you were to be jailed. So this, I think, was a very important we are to pass to our peers in our respective counties. Thank you.
Yesterday we talked about teenage pregnancies.
Kuja urushia hapa karibu. Okay.
Okay, good morning. My name is Lois Adhiambo from Kisumu County. I come from Urudi Secondary School. The main thing that I learned yesterday was about vocational training. As per me, I never knew the meaning of vocational training. But yesterday, I was given the right definition. So, this is what I am saying. Yesterday, we learned that if somebody is not good at books, he or she can also be given another chance in vocational training. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Fariji Siombua Kavata from Rebel Girls from Kilifi County. Well, yesterday we learned that how the children's rights came across. We were told in the 1990, the Kenya ratified the UN Convention, and in the Article 53 of the Constitution, that is where the rights of the children are enshrined. So we were told that Kenya is in the right position about the children's rights. And also, one of the representatives promised that she will ensure that in each county there will be the children's parliament. Thank you.
Usianguke.
Okay, Marcelina Chebet, Lonyangapo. Yesterday, Madam Regina Masambo. Before that, a point of correction to my fellow friend. Yesterday it was 92% of Kenya, but 95% of transition was in Kericho County. But in Kenya, 92% of the pupils transform into secondary school. And also, Madam Regina Masambo talked about the new system, which is based on the talent of a child, and it brings a lot, because when the talent is known to a child, he will follow the right future and get his own career development. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rispa Tepeina from. I learned that how the government is trying to stop female genital mutilation, which is practiced in some parts of the Rift Valley counties, that is like Kajiado and Narok. It has been a disease which is affecting. Thank you.
I've finished.
So thank you. I believe I have to give one chance, if I'm allowed, to give any point which we have not been mentioned. Any point, it must be a new one. Yeah? Yeah.
You have not spoken?
Thank you. The CS said that they won't be focusing on only pupils who perform well academically, but those who perform poorly, they can still nurture their talent such that even though they perform poor in academically, they can still perform well at something like sports or music or drama. Yes.
So,
thank you. Yesterday, the CS also talked about free primary education, and he said that in our schools we will not be paying exam money. So, if you find any school that is requesting for exam money, please report that school to the CS immediately. Thank you.
Clap for them. In fact, clap for all. Oh, I'd like to give a short story, moral story, just a short one, very short. Now, if you know it, maybe you can just tell those ones who don't know, but I'll say it the way I know it. So there was a lecturer who came to a hall, and he had a bucket, an empty bucket. Aside from it, he came with stones, gravel, sand, and water. Now, he took the bucket, placed stones, big stones, inside the bucket, and until the bucket was full. Then he asked, is this bucket full? Was it full? Was it full? So some said yes, some said no. But unfortunately it was not full. He took the gravel, small stones, he placed them inside the bucket, which had big stones. Then after putting them to the maximum, he asked again, is this bucket full? Yeah, so by now they were sure, so they said no, the bucket was not full. He took sand, then placed them inside the bucket, which had big stone, the gravel. Now, was the bucket full after putting the sand in it? It was not full. So, after shaking it, he found that now, after the shaking, the bucket now was coming heavy and looking like as if it was full. Well, so what do I mean by this story? In a bucket, that is our life. In life, you don't start by putting small things first. You see, you must put the foundation first of all. You must put the foundation which may act as basic. Now, a foundation to children like us is education. You see, they say basic education may be food, shelter, and clothing. But to me, basic education must involve the education, because I know with education, I can eradicate poverty easily. So to you, let the basic foundation of your bucket, your life, be the large stones. Because if you just say, I want to get this fast, I want to play sport pesa, if you do play and get money, then go back to school, it won't help you. But if you say, my foundation will be education, then other things will follow. You'll get a good foundation. So that one, that was the story I had to give you. So thank you. Thank you.
Tuwapigie makofi mazuri. Very good. Once again. So there were three people, three very great moderators for the morning session. So we are going to give them, hey, Jana Bella, my co-facilitator, said that the brightest minds all over the country are gathered here. Sasa hivi ukienda West Pokot County, you won't find any other bright person. That bright person is here. Ama ni uongo? Hamuamini? Haya, shauri yenu. West Pokot wako wapi? Are you the, I think you are bright. Lonyanga Puo, right? Hata amesema, I want to correct my colleague. The CS said it is 92% of Kenyans, not 48%. That was good, isn't it? Stumpigie makofi. Then I looked at the CS speech, na kwa kweli aliupata. Turukana wako wapi? Turukana? Haya, hawako? I can see. Do you know that all the bright people in Turukana now are seated here? Ukienda sahi huku hakuna mwingine. Ni nyinyi tu. Wanashuka ng'ombe. Sijui maana yake ni nini, lakini ni sawa tu. Nyandarua wako wapi? Nyandarua County? Nyandarua? Aha. Do you know sahi hakuna mtu mwenye amenoa sana kibrightness huko Nyandarua? All of them are here. Like ni nyinyi tu. Do you think it is true? Do you think it is true? Hata wao hawajamini. You don't think you are the brightest? You are the brightest. Can you say one thing to prove to all these brains that you are the brightest? What did you learn yesterday? Sasa unaona hata ameogopa. Anasema is the brightest, lakini ameogopa microphone. What is it? Are you from Nyandarua?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jessica Makori from Nyandarua County, and yesterday I learned that children should be provided with food and not drugs. They should have well-ventilated houses. They should be given play spaces, and they should also be given good health, because without good health, they cannot concentrate with their studies, and studies is the key to success. Thank you.
Hapo ni kweli. That sounds very true, isn't it? Makofi kwa Nyandarua tafadhalini. 1 2 3 1 2. Parapanda. 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 Shana uko wapi? Haitaendelea hivyo. Unataka iendelee? Okay, Shana is not there. Belinda. 30 seconds. Was it a song or a poem? 30 seconds only. You know, Shana said, if I don't sing, I will cry. And if I cry, my father is here. Where is Shana's daddy? Okay, here.
Not here.
Wow. Thank you so much. Kama ningepewa nafasi ningemwinua tu juu mpaka huko. Poop. Shana, on the day I become president, make sure you walk together, okay? There's a young lady called anaitwa nani? The young acrobat. Wendy, eh? Is she here? How come? Haya. Hayuko? Wendy, uko wapi? Hayuko? That was a very splendid performance. It should be an encouragement to all of us. Wherever you come from, whatever you can do, whatever you can't do, no matter your family background, no matter your school, whether you are boarding or primary, whether you have ECD for feeding in school or not, the feeding program, you can make it. Your dream is what? Is valid. Zivo, do you believe that you can make it? Can you make it? Are you sure you can? Jana tulisema kunaye aliyekuwa rais wa Marekani ambaye alikuwa anawania kiti. Akaambia watu, Americans, we can do what? So do you think you can make it? Yes, we can. Kwani mko wangapi? Yes, I can, isn't it? You think you can? Yes, I can. How many can make it? Wonderful. Unasema you can. What do you think you can? Hebu tuambie.
I can do anything that I want to do. Like in future, I'd like to become a journalist because I'm really passionate about the truth. So if I'm focused and hard working, I know I can become the best of the best.
Hey. You know what? But you didn't tell us your name and which school and which county.
My name is Vanessa Benazir. I'm from Mombasa County. I'm in Hassan Joho Girls.
001 Hassan Joho Girls. Hassan Joho Girls. What we are going to do before we leave here, hii conference iishe. So you can see all these are your names. Wenye wali volunteer wote wako hapa. Wengine wako hapa. All these are your names. Wale wenye walileta jana. Sasa wewe ambaye unataka kuwa journalist, we will give you an opportunity to read news. Sasa uanzange kufikiria ni habari gani. Itakuwa ni ya jua venye iliwaka asubuhi, kesho itakuwa na mvua, ama itakuwa ni. Tafadhali wasikilizaji, leo tungependa kuwapea habari kuhusu ratiba ya wanafunzi katika kongamano kuu, yani kongamano la ugatuzi ya wanafunzi. It will be for you, but trust me my friend, the task is on you, because umesema you can, sindio? So before we finish today, utakuja hapa, all the cameras are here, we will broadcast you live. Ama namna gani? Sivyo ni mzuri? So start thinking about what news. Tutakurecord, tutatumia chair of Council of Governors, tutatumia governor 001 akitafuta CEC wa habari wa Mombasa na wewe akuchague. Ama namna gani? Belinda Akinyi. Belinda from Kakamega County. She said yesterday she wants to present a song. Okay, karibu sana. Tumpigie makofi mazuri. 1 2 3 1 2 1 tena. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Belinda Akinyi from Kakamega. I have a song. I love God a lot, and that is why I love singing also. And this one is a very common song, you know. One thing, I'm not a singer, sawa? So don't laugh, because I have to voice a song, and I'm not a singer. But you know it. So this song goes, you start clapping. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. No, if you're happy and you know, tap your foot. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, tap your foot. If you're happy and you know, tap your foot. If you're happy and you know, nod your head. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, nod your head. If you're happy and you know, laugh a little. If you're happy and you know, laugh a little. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show it, laugh a little. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Belinda, for that great performance again. No matter your condition in life, ama namna gani? No matter your condition in life, no matter where you come from. Najua saa zingine mimi huwa najifanya ni prophet. Sitaki kuanza kuprofesy hapa. Tunaweza endelea hadi kesho, si ndio? Lakini tuko na ratiba. Ni profesy mambo mazuri kwako? Ni wabariki nyinyi nyote. You know, one thing that baffles me with about you is this, Jana, when you were asking for people to go to Uhuru Park for the walk, you said you have to go and you must be among the first. Yet, they will say that you cannot walk, but you are always the one at the front. What is this thing that moves you? Who are you? Which school? Which county? What is this thing that moves you as a child?
Okay, my name is Rachel Mumbi from Karimeno, Nyeri County. Kitu ambayo ninapenda, when I was a small girl, I was not able to walk. So zenye Mungu alinipea miguu nikaona niitumie vizuri.
I don't know how many of you feel moved by this story. Hata DJ akiweka muziki hapa, there is no song that she has not gone there to do what? To dance to. She is always here, in her own space. What is this thing that makes you wake up early in the morning, but you say, hata kama sina miguu, I have to go to school, I have to ensure that I perform, I have to make it. What is this thing inside you?
Because I know education is key to success and I want to become a newscaster. Mimi napenda kusoma taarifa.
Haya, competition imeanza.
Children from the institutions wako nyuma watakuwa.
Where? So we have two competitors wa habari. Please get ready because this is going to be real. The world must know that children from all the 47 counties are gathered somewhere in Nairobi. We will record you using our phones. We will WhatsApp in our WhatsApp groups. Na tutahakikisha ya kuwa iko kwa Twitter. Tutahakikisha ya kuwa tumeretweet. So all those wanahabari, all those people with interesting things, it has to happen. Sivyo? If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know. If you're happy and you know, nod your head. If you're happy and you know, nod your head. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, nod your head. If you're happy and you know, slap your neighbor. If you're happy and you know, slap your neighbor. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, slap your neighbor. If you're happy and you know, hug your neighbor. If you're happy and you know, hug your neighbor. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, hug your neighbor. Wengine hata wanaangalia tu mtu hivi. Sasa hiyo ni mambo gani hiyo? Sasa hiyo tutaishi namna gani na mnasema mosquito ni mingi? If you're happy and you know, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know, fold your hands. If you're happy and you know, fold your hands. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, fold your hands. My friend, I have been looking at you tangu tuje hapa ile siku jioni. Anne, why do you think the government must do to ensure that voices are involved in decision-making processes? Si umekuwa hapa tangu jana? And you had the guest speak, hata cabinet secretary alikuwa hapa, chair wa education committee, council of governors alikuwa hapa, wageni wengi kutoka Kipra, kutoka Save the Child, kutoka UNICEF, kutoka World Vision, kutoka all those other partners, Plan International, all of them were here. What is this thing that to you would make sense to ensure that children's voices are heard in decision making? Your name is what? What is your name? Which school? Which county? Then you tell us what you think. Tutaomba uamuke, tafadhali. Juliet, unataka kumsaidia?
My name is Juliet and I'm from Dagoretti and my county is Bungoma. I want to say that the thing that will make their voices improve is that the government would have give them chance to talk in front of people and also take responsibility for those children to have their rights and also to introduce themselves.
Thank you so much. Are you now feeling happy that you want to speak? You feel like uko na roho sasa, lakini salimia hata wazalendo tu. Wasalimie tu.
Habari zenyu. Mimi naitwa Anne.
Thank you so much, Anne. So we are moving on to the next stage, which is going to the level where we are expecting our guests. And once they arise, I want to request us to please be upstanding. And once they are upstanding, there are some of us that I am going to ask. We be upstanding. And as we are all upstanding, I want to request Hamisi Matano. Hamisi Matano. Karibuni. Karibuni tuwapigie makofi. Naona rafiki yangu PS ako hapa. Parapanda. 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 Señorita. Señorita. Parapanda. 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 Señorita. 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 Naomba tuketi tafadhali. Madam PS, thank you so much. Welcome to the second Children's Conference. We are glad that the government has made opportunities and created platforms for children's participation in governance and devolution issues. And so I want to present to you a gentleman whose name is Hamisi Matano from Kinango High School in Kwale County. Namna gani? Unajua PS pia anatoka Kwale? Kwani muliongea kwa simu? Akakuelezea naja huko, tafadhali andaa poemi mzuri. Poemi ni nini kwa Kiswahili?
Shairi.
So let's encourage him please as he presents to us a poem. 1, 2, 3. Iko watu wa somo ambalo linatuconfuse hapa, linatuchanganya akili. 1, 2, 3, go. Now I know why the teachers walk with a stick in their hands but they never use it. Hamisi.
Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Kwa majina naitwa Hamisi Matano kutoka Kwale, nasomea Kinango High School. Niko mbele yenu kwa kariria shairi. Karibuni. Wana Kwale twaingia, uwanjani tufikia, mambo tunawamwagia, nadhani mtasikia, wageni mloingia, nadhani mtasikia, watoto jamani twalia, serikali iko wapi? Wakulima wateseka, wanyama pori jamani, mazao kuyateteka bila kupewa ilani, malalamishi peleka, hupewi mambo silani. Kwale watoto twalia, serikali iko wapi? Biashara vibandani kwao pia ni kilio, hujipata mashakani kwa kulipa masalio, ikibidi vinafungwa kwa kulipa masalio. Biashara vibandani kwao pia ni kilio, hujipata mashakani kwa kulipa masalio, ikibidi vinafungwa watoto nyumbani kilio. Watoto tunauliza, serikali iko wapi? Wanafunzi darasani kukaa ndio tatizo, watatu kwa kila kiti ndio mwanzo wa tatizo. Walimu pia jamani, kila siku ni likizo. Wana Kwale twauliza, serikali iko wapi? Waziri wetu Amina, twaja kwako kwa kilio, shule zetu za mabweni za upili ni kilio, karo tunawalipana, wasonazo ni kilio. Watoto tunauliza, serikali iko wapi? Zahanati tulonazo hazikidhi mahitaji, dawa kwani hakunazo, watabibu wa kijiji, afya nzuri ndo ambayo serikali twahitaji. Watoto tunauliza, serikali iko wapi? Beti nane nafikia, kalamu naeka chini, nadhani mmesikia na kutilia manani. Kikomo nimefikia, Hamisi mwana Hasani. Watoto tunauliza serikali mkoa.
Umesikia hayo maneno? Swadakta! Swadakta ni... Pardon? Nani aongea hapa? Asemaje ndugu?
Watajua wajui, ndio.
Naye hata? Utajua hujui, naye atajiju. Tumpigie makofi mazuri tafadhalini. 1 2 3 1 2 tena. Swadakta ni lugha la Swahili, la maanisha nini? Watazamaji, tafakari hayo. Sasa hivi ningependa kumwalika mwenzangu dada Isabella Mburu ambaye atashikilia ushukani papa hapa. Sivyo? Or you want me to now move to English? Because so tumpigie Isabel makofi tafadhali as she comes to take us through the next phase. 1 2 3. Thank you.
I feel like I need to now sing everything that I'm about to say, just because he did such a fantastic job. But you know what? For those who are joining us today, yesterday we kicked off on a high note. The children of this nation have a lot to say, and they began to speak on issues of early childhood development and vocational training, and we cannot wait for today's sessions. And the first one that we're about to kick on this morning is on health. And so without further ado, I'm going to invite our panelists for today. And as they come up, I want us to celebrate them because they are going to be the instruments of learning for today. So amongst and from our very own, from Busia County, why don't you help me welcome up on stage Purity Imeri. Purity, where are you? Hi, Purity, just make your way up here quickly, you know. Purity Imeri, Busia County, come on up. Help me to welcome from Homa Bay County, Karibu Purity, if we can just get... Karibu Purity. Sam Sydney from
What
Homa
comes
Bay
into my mind first is about
County.
issues of hospital and health.
Sam Sydney, is he here? And then we have Brevina Osoro from Kisumu County. Please come up on stage. Let's celebrate them. These are our volunteer moderators for today, panelists for today, and we're excited to have them just come and lead us in this session. Sam Sydney from Homa Bay County, we still await you up on stage. I would also love to invite some of our other moderators who have taken time to be with us today. So boys and girls, are you ready? We're going to celebrate them the way we celebrate everybody else. The 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Are you ready? Here we go. Help me to celebrate Dr. Christine Wambogo. And she is the Adolescent Health Program Manager from the Ministry of Health. Is she here with us? Yes, she is. She's walking down. Why don't we clap for her? You ready? Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Karibu sana. We're so excited you could make time to be with us today. Help me to also welcome up Miss Christine Tanguli. She is the County Executive Committee Member of Health, Trans Nzoia County. Let's celebrate her in 1, 2, 3. You guys are getting so good and perfect at this. And last but not least, help me to welcome another panelist, and this is Honorable Safina Kwekwe, the Principal Secretary Gender, who has come and made time to also be with us. Let us celebrate her. I'm telling you, umependwa kupendwa. You are beloved. Our moderators for today is Miss Lilies Njanga. She is from Child Investment Fund Foundation. And she was with us yesterday, and we're excited that you could come and be with us again today. Let us celebrate Miss Lily's Njanga. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Higher. Now, the moderator is one of us. Our lead moderator is none other than Sarah Kasiva Musau from St. Mary's Primary, and she is from Machakos County. Machakos in the house, eh? Machakos wanatuletea nini? Maembe. By the way, Machakos, let's celebrate her. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pull out your notebooks. After every session, you guys always have so many questions. You know that one that is burning from over here? It just wants to come out. I want you to write it down, because we shall provide opportunities for you to ask those questions. So write it down so that you do not forget it. I want you to write down what is shared by our panelists and what is shared by some of our guests who've made time to come and hear you and to come and give you the answers that you seek. So let's be smart about it, and let's make sure that we put this down. I keep saying tukirudi manyumbani kwetu, you know, all of us are from different counties. You're representing your county, not just your school. You must share with everyone in your county that which you have learned. And before we go into this session, I would like to direct our attention to the screens for a little clip on health and our views as children. And I'm not sure if our panelists will be able to see this from anywhere, but maybe you can listen. We can try and turn one for you, yeah, just so that you can also catch it. Higher. Is everybody awake? Alive? Enthusiastic? I hear awake. Is everybody awake? Nobody, there's someone who said no. Kuna mtu amelala. Is everybody awake? Alive? Well, definitely you're sitting here. You're alive. Enthusiastic? Enthusiastic means you're so ready to listen, to learn, to grow, to contribute, to implement. So here we go. Aya, kila mtu kimya in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's watch this video.
The process of bringing to be the products that will help other people in terms of their living.
Trade is the exchange of goods and services, and manufacturing is the changing of a raw material into a finished product which can be sold to get money.
Trade is basically like exchange of goods for mutual benefit. Manufacturing, it's like processing your own things.
Manufacturing is the production of goods in factories we have in Kenya here.
Trade is the exchange of goods and services, while manufacturing is whereby you convert the raw materials into finished products.
Trade is the buying and selling.
Okay, I think we have a little glitch there. But while we're waiting for the right one, this is the health panel. Trade is coming up. Kwa hivyo mmepata sneak peek. You've gotten a sneak preview into what's coming up ahead. Are we ready? There we go, universal health. I direct your attentions once more to the screens.
What comes into my mind first is about issues of hospital and health services provided for the people.
Health, it's all about one's physical knowledge on how someone has to protect his or himself about the surrounding.
The term health, just self-preservation.
Health is the condition of someone, whether you have pain or you're not in pain.
Health is that state of the body when all the processes are at norm. But when health is altered, the processes are also altered. They are not at norm.
Health is well-being of human being.
Health is somebody who is okay, who does not have any problem, or who is not sick.
So, good morning. For those who don't know me, I'm Sarah Kasiva Musau from Machakos, St. Mary's Primary School. And I'm the moderator for this function about health. We have this universal health care. Has anybody ever heard of universal health care? It has been piloted in Machakos, so I know much about it. First, I'm going to recognize some of my colleagues here. Let's know them from the primary and secondary schools.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Osoro Brevin from Kisumu County, Agai Secondary School. Welcome.
Good morning. My name is Sam Sydney. I come from Homa Bay County, and I am learning in Regina School.
Good morning. My name is Emery Purity from Busia County, Aboloi Secondary School.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Safina Kwekwetungu. I work with the government of Kenya in the Ministry of Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs, and I'm the PS for Gender Affairs. PS is Principal Secretary.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Christine Tanguli, CCM Health Trans Nzoia County. Kujeni tukule mahindi.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Christine Wambugu. I work also for the government at the Ministry of Health. I coordinate adolescent health programs.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Lily Janga from the Children's Investment Fund Foundation, and really delighted to be here and to be her co-moderator.
First, we're going to start by getting the objective in this health program. The objective is to understand children's perspective and on realization of good health and wellness. Then we are going to ask some of the speakers some questions. We are going to start with Purity Imeri from Busia County. My question to you is, what activities are you involved in at home to ensure good health?
The first activity is to play. When you play, you ensure good health. 2. Maintain proper hygiene. When you maintain proper hygiene, you ensure good health. 3. You must to advise others to build latrine. When you have latrine, you must ensure good health. Thank you.
My second question will be to Sam Sydney from Homa Bay County. How do children in your county keep healthy?
Well, one of them is not eating contaminated food. If you eat contaminated food, you might really get sick. And I assure you that in Homa Bay County, the government tried their best to make sure that we don't eat contaminated food. 2, drinking clean water. That is at home and at school. Just like in our school, we usually get clean water to drink. And if some of us have not bathed in a while, our teachers still take us to a place to go and bathe. And finally, 3, not playing with dust. In our school, our teachers made rules that we should not play with dust, and if we see underaged other children playing with dust, we should go and take them away from the dust. Thank you.
Then we are going to ask Brevina Osoro from Kisumu County. How does good health affect you as a child?
Well, as a child, good health has got very many advantages to me. I have more than enough points, but I'll highlight some that are very prudent to this meeting or conference. Now, health mainly affects us positively. I've never seen where good health affects somebody negatively. Such that you say when you are of good health, you will do something that is wrong. So good health first is for better concentration in class, for me as a child. For me to concentrate to what my teacher is teaching me, I must be of good health and I must not be sick. So that promotes education and therefore leads to education of children, or for me as a child. This will lead to me becoming somebody that is prospective in the future or to a society. Then health also enables growth of skills, and this leads to development of employment opportunities. Like if I'm of good health, I may be free to give to you or pass to you some of my skills. This is very important because if I had a skill, this will create a job opportunity. Like if I say I want to make an engine, this engine comes from my skill. Then somebody will be working in part and parcel with this engine. I would have created a job for this particular person. Therefore, health creates job opportunities for us. Then good health for children also brings unity, peace, and harmony. Like for example, you'll find that when somebody is sick, people will be working from one person to another to collect money. And I'm sure money is some of the problems that are there in the society. Like when you want to go and collect money from, let me say, a grandmother, then you tell her that Osuga or somebody is sick. So may you collect this particular amount so that we do this. Then he will say, I don't have money. I'll never come back to my house to ask for money. So if we had good health, I think unity, peace, and harmony is integrated. Then it prevents discrimination and stigmatization. If all of us had good health, I'm sorry to use this example, but if somebody, let's say, is HIV positive, then you'll be discriminated from others. If the others will identify that this particular person is HIV positive, they will stigmatize you and identify you from others. This will bring seclusion. Therefore, good health also prevents discrimination and stigmatization. Lastly, if we had good health, then I think there will be reduced expenses, and this would, the money that would be used in bringing good health would be plowed back to some important activities like education, development of infrastructure, and many more. Thank you very much, Madam Moderator.
Good views. Now we are going to ask our moderators. We are going to start with Dr. Christine Wambugu, the one of Adolescent Health Program Manager. Now my question to you is, what specific school health programs or activities are there in place to support child-to-child engagement on key adolescent health issues to help them develop good and healthy behaviors? Ali.
Thank you so much for your question. Yes, there are very many school health activities that are in place. From the Ministry of Health, we have the school health program where we encourage the students to have school health clubs. Now, in these clubs, you're taught how to eat well so that you can remain healthy. I hear one of my co-panelists say we need to play also so that we can also remain healthy. We also have what we call water sanitation and hygiene, where we learn how to wash hands so that we can prevent diarrheal diseases. where we learn how to use the toilet, and after going to the toilet, to make sure we clean ourselves properly to prevent spreading of diseases. So we encourage the schools also to have adequate sanitation facilities. We also train, we have a program where we train the teachers to be able to monitor the health of the students and help them to go to hospital when they are sick, and also how to prevent other diseases. Like we do in some counties deworming programs where we give them medicine to prevent them from getting worms in their stomach, which makes them sick. So there are quite a number of those school health programs that we do.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now to the next moderator, Ms. Christine Tanguli, the County Executive Committee member of Health Trans Nzoia County, the Maize County. Yeah. What measures have the county governments put in place to address the issues of teenage pregnancies?
Thank you so much. I want to say that one of the things that is actually affecting our nation right now is teenage pregnancy. And it's very, very, right now, prevalent among children of between 13 and 15 years. And one of the things that we realize is that a bigger percentage of that, about 70 to 80%, cause of defilement of teenage pregnancies because of defilement, and the others are simply because of ignorance and negligence on the part of the children who are involved. Now, when it comes to defilement, the county governments have been able to put down legal processes that would be able to make sure that the community knows that it is actually going to be very punishable for anybody getting involved in defilement of children, and especially those who are in teenage. And this has even gone lower to people defiling children who are even up to the age of 5 years. They may not get pregnant, but we realize that the defilement has actually caused a lot of stigma on those children. So the legal processes that have been put in place are I could say that are very hard on the people who are involved in this. And the government, through the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Health, has also put down a lot of services. Like in many counties right now, we have, in every county, there has been set up a youth-friendly service center. At least in most counties, there could be 3 or 4 centers. Particularly, I can say that in Trans Nzoia, we have 4 centers, youth-friendly centers. And these have been put there simply because when teenagers go through what they go through, some of them have been defiled, and before they know it, they are already pregnant. So we have put up those centers so that they can be able to visit those centers, to be able to be given counseling. And these centers do not just operate during the day. We have made sure that they operate even at night, because a teenage will be more comfortable not to be seen by other teenagers or other youths going to those centers. So counties have set up youth-friendly centers, and I want to encourage the students who are here, please visit those centers. They are good counseling centers. We offer everything that we need. We have budgets on our annual budgets for the county. We have actually launched implementation budget for family planning, and particularly in Trans Nzoia, we have made sure that it is on the budget, and the county is setting aside money to make sure that we are able to give services to the students. Now, what we have done is we make sure that we have sufficient material to protect these children. Maybe like, okay, we buy condoms, we purchase condoms other than the ones that we are given by the government. We have sufficient contraceptives, and we are not encouraging that children should use contraceptive, but when they can't abstain, then we are telling them, please use condoms. Of course, our first advice is abstain. We are doing everything possible in our health, education in schools. We have set up a very good system in education in all counties. Sex education is on the program, on our syllabus. And I'm sure the students who are seated here can attest to that in your schools right now there is a sex education program. And we have made sure that the curriculum is set in such a way that you are able to be guided on how to live and protect yourself from people taking advantage of you on sexual issues. I would go on and on. I don't know whether I could have more time. Well, we have also made sure that we have engaged the community. We have engaged the community. It got to a point where parents left their children to their schools. And now we are going back to the community and telling them, please, children, yes, belong to the community, but there is a parent who brought them to this earth. And so we are telling them, parents, get back to your work. Talk to your children. Tell them the truth about sex. I remember when I was growing up, my mother told me, they may not have been on the point, they could not have hit the nail on the head, but they told me, when you're seated, cross your legs. When you're seated, make sure your dress covers your private parts. When you are playing out there, let no man touch your private part. But are we telling that to our children today? And so we are going back to the community, engaging the parents and the community that please, let's go back to our old way of teaching our children. Telling them that when somebody comes close to you, make sure that they don't touch your private part. So we are actually engaging the community. And this is being done by the health department. We are holding forums every other time, and it's done across the country. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And more information added to that, if you have any case about child abuse, you can call 116. And to our next panelist, Honorable Safina, the Principal Secretary of Gender. What is the role of Department of Gender Affairs in ensuring that harmful social practices do not interfere with health and education of children?
Thank you, Kasiva. Many of the cultural practices that occur and harm children, basically three. One of them is for about 22 counties, female genital mutilation. Female genital mutilation is the cutting of the female genitalia, in whatever form, a prick, a cut, it's all mutilation. So this is one of the cultural and social practices that affect the health of children. Why does it affect the health of children? One is that in many communities it's a rite of passage, and therefore after FGM, these children are already seen as ripe for marriage, and therefore when they get married at those early ages, and this sometimes is as low as 9 years, it goes with complications in terms of in their marriage lives, in terms of reproductive health, in terms of even the health of their own children. The other harmful practice that is also affecting children is the issue of early marriage, and I think Mheshimiwa has alluded to it, because many times you also find that a child is anybody who is below the age of 18. So even at 17, that is a child still. And the reason being is that when they get married at that early age, it means therefore they cannot pursue education, because many of them would either be in primary or secondary school. So they haven't even attained any level of tertiary education. And the last one is one of the, it is not really a social norm. It's not a cultural norm, but it has become like more of a social norm, where you find gender-based violence being tolerated as a thing that it gives people, can I say, prestige. You know, you find people who are serial offenders, gender-based violence offenders, either sexual in nature or domestic in nature. So when you find these kind of things happening at the home and the child grows up in an environment that is quite unfriendly. It's suffocating the child, and therefore there are many of the things that are happening. So how do we deal with such? One is on FGM. We have a board that the government put in place in 2011. It's called the Anti-FGM Board, and it has the mandate of creating awareness in the areas where FGM is practiced, that it is in fact a violation and a criminal act. And there are also penalties that go with that act in the event that it happens. And this board has done a lot of things, including ensuring that gender-based, FGM content is in the curriculum. So now if you, in grade 1 to 3, we have FGM content in the curriculum. Also, in the same breadth of gender-based violence, we have the referral pathways. Within the ministry, we have a hotline, which is toll-free. Other than the 116, we have 1195. 1195 is a gender-based violence toll-free line, 24/7, where people can report either an incident or the threat of an incident that is likely to affect anybody, whether a child or an adult. Even a child can actually call. This is a toll-free line, and you can call it within a kabambe. So you can access it within the very minimal gadget. We have also what we call the sanitary towel project in school. If all the schools that are private are public in the country, and special schools, from class 6 to class 8 and from 1 to form 4, the government since last year has been giving sanitary towels to the girls in those schools. So these are things that are helping, try to reduce the pressure on the girl from feeling distressed, from feeling that there is no hope, from feeling that there is no point of recourse. So the government has been trying to set up this mechanism just to put confidence in boys and girls that it is safe for you, and when you are threatened or you feel threatened, then there are areas of recourse for you. I want to end there.
Well, you have heard all the different answers from our panelists here. And I know some of you have an avalanche of questions to ask. I can give you this opportunity to ask your questions.
As you're getting ready to answer the questions, just a link up so that you can get thinking of more questions. I think our students there told us about what we need to do to keep healthy. They told us about we need to play, we need to to observe proper hygiene. They also, one of them told us that we have to ensure we do not eat contaminated foods. And from the panelists, we've been told about the health clubs. How many schools have health clubs? The rest of you don't have health clubs? Okay, and we've also been told about the youth-friendly services that are available. We've been told about the sex education that is now being offered, and we need to pay attention to that. We've also been told about the hotline. Who can remember the hotline we've just been told, the new hotline? Yes? 1195. So please note that. And we also been told about the sanitary towel project that is available for all girls from class 6 to form 4. So I think we can go ahead and take the questions. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jackson. I'm from Tete Taveta. I have a question. You have said, Dr. Christine Wambu She has said that you have said of adolescent counseling centers. Are they found in Taita Taveta County? Because I've not heard of that.
She's the one. Well,
We can come, we have just finished there.
yeah.
Then here we can have that boy in the cap. Cape. One in the cape.
Good morning, everybody. This question is directed to Dr. Christine. My neighbor feeds her baby liquor so that she may sleep because the neighbor is of poor background. Now, is that abuse? And if it is it possible for it to be followed? My name is Alan, and I come from Machakos. I pardon the question. Okay, my neighbor feeds her. My neighbor.
Check my one too.
Okay, my neighbor feeds her kids liquor so that they may sleep. Wache kumsumbua. Now, I was asking, is that child abuse? And if it is, can it be followed?
Next question may come from this one, then this, and then that. So let's come here.
Who? Which one? Who do I give?
There's so many. This girl who has the pullover brown.
The pullover brown. Where's the girl? This one. Sign language. So I'll pass it to you.
Hello. I would like to ask, let's say for instance a girl has gone through FGM. What's the first pre-measure should she do? Report to the police or go straight to hospital?
Good morning. My name is Lewis Kipkoech from Baringo County. My question is, in Baringo County, you have inadequate health facilities with few personnel which are not fully equipped. So, like right now at the moment, we have mothers who delivered at their homes. We still have patients sleeping on the floors. And when I look in terms of equipping hospitals necessarily does not mean that you should come with an expensive computerized gadget which performs maybe surgeries or other functions. What I mean is that in Baringo County, we are totally below average. As in, like I've said, patients are sleeping on the floor, mothers are delivering back at their homes, and others can't access hospital, not simply because that they are not there, but the distance. So I wanted to know, what measures is the government taking? Do they have plans to construct more hospitals, equip them with new facilities, adequate skilled personnel? Yeah, thank you.
So you can have that girl.
Oh, this to Miss Sanguli. I'm Barbara, a very proud member of Trans-Nzoia County. So, my question concerning mainly the contraceptives, CDs, ISO-P2s and stuff. So, what do you think, or what is the government, which kind of mentality is the government bringing about or enacting to us, especially the girls? Because I'm sure by the year 2025, we won't be talking of anything about being chaste, Because if you bring about CDs and stuff, maybe if you are in class, maybe you're going for half term, and then you are like, you're talking about sex education. You know, somebody can just tell you, mi sina shida, bora kuna CDs. You know, like hakutakuwa na anything like virginity or stuff. So that's my question. And then I'd like you to emphasize on the point about teenage pregnancies. You said about ignorance. Is it ignorance from the students themselves or ignorance from the community? Thank you.
We can then answer the questions. And if you have a burning question, you can write it down.
Let's take this first round of questions, and if we have more time, then we'll take some more, and the rest be sure to record. Please keep writing them.
Okay, thank you so much. The first question from Jackson in Taita Taveta. You asked about youth-friendly services. As the Ministry of Health, we are trying to ensure that every health facility is able to give youth-friendly services to all the teenagers when they come. So what we have done is to have a curriculum where we train the healthcare workers to be more friendly to the youth, to be more sensitive to their needs. And we have done this in all the counties. And we hope that now the counties will also now go on and train other healthcare workers in the sub-county hospitals and in the dispensaries and health centers. So that's what we are doing, and we are also working towards equipping these youth-friendly centers with counselors so that we know most of the issues that are affecting the youth about mental health. We've been hearing a lot of suicide. So part of that training of these health workers is to be able to provide counseling services for the youth so that they can engage in good healthy behavior and also have a good mental outlook to their life. Alan from Machakos, the issue about the baby being given alcohol, that is a form of child abuse. It is a form of child abuse. And for the ministry, what we try to do, we have community units. So we have, for every hospital, we have like community health extension workers who are supposed to go from house to house. They're supposed to know all the houses in their area and give support to these mothers. We know that babies up to the age of 6 months are supposed to be exclusively breastfed on breast milk. And this is what, as the ministry, we are trying to promote so that we can have, when you have healthy babies, you have healthy children who will grow up to be healthy adolescents. So we are actually promoting the babies really need to be fed on breast milk alone for the first 6 months of life. And then after that, they can be introduced gradually to the local foods that are available, that are eaten in that community. On the issue of FGM, do you go first to hospital or to the police? Please, please, please go to hospital and make sure that you're okay. We do not want to endanger your life. We have to make sure you're fine before you report to the police. And I think I will leave to the Ministry of Gender to also comment on that and tell us the pathway of once we've ensured that you're okay and you're not bleeding and you're well, then we can ensure that the other measures are taken. For Kip Koech from Baringo, yeah, we as the national government, we do provide standards like what is the minimum a hospital is supposed to have, how many nurses are they supposed to employ, how many doctors they're supposed to employ. But we are working together in partnership with the county government to be able to support them to adequately equip these facilities and provide. And if there's an issue, I'm sure we work together we'll follow it up together with the county government of Baringo, whose mandate is provision of health, to see how we can support each other to be able to provide these services. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would want to respond to the young man from Baringo and say that as a Department of Health, what we are trying to do in every county is to make sure that, first of all, primary health care is taken care of. And when it comes to primary health care, we are simply talking about the preventive measures that some of these young people here said, making sure that we have clean water, we have, we have access to medical facilities that are at a primary level. So I want to believe that in Baringo, and I've been there, there is at least there is access to primary health care in very many health facilities. And I would say that curative and services and preventive services being offered in our health facilities, not only in Baringo, but across the country, are sufficient for the services that we require. And I would say that we have sufficient skilled personnel. And for a case where there is no skilled personnel, maybe in a health center, there is always a referral to the nearest health facility. And so we may not be able to equip all hospitals at once, because as somebody said, that Rome was not built in a day. We are trying the best we can as a county government to be able to provide these health facilities and health services to everybody. But we are constrained also on our budgets, but we are trying our best to make sure that the facilities that need to be equipped with maybe palliative, not just for curative services, then we make sure that those equipments are there. But in many cases, as I said earlier, is that we do a lot of referral cases. But for primary health care, I know that most of our facilities are able to provide. Secondly, I would say that you just mentioned that there are very many women who deliver maybe at home, or they are not able to access skilled personnel. And across the country, we are trying to make sure that our community health volunteers, we have people who are called community health volunteers. We are trying to encourage them to encourage every pregnant woman, one, to be able to have 4 ANC visits, and then at the same time to make sure that they are able to get skilled delivery services at the moment when they are ready to deliver. So we are, there are counties that have gone ahead and supported and even paid the volunteers to be able to direct the women to the facilities that they can be able to get these services. And I believe that that also is happening in Baringo County, that there are volunteers who, because there are very many midwives back at home who want to lie to the community that they can help them. And we are trying to bring them together. We are actually trying to bring those midwives on board and telling them that, please, don't do it at home. Come with this particular pregnant woman to the hospital. Help them get skilled delivery. So I know that that is also happening in Baringo, because the government is trying as much as it can, because you realize that one of the big 4 agendas for the nation, for the president, is making sure that there is skilled personnel for the pregnant women. So I know that that is really taken care of. Okay, there was a question from somebody from Trans Nzoia, and thank you so much for identifying yourself. I would want to say that when we talk about sex education in schools, we are not saying that we are only educating students or telling students that we are only showing them how to use contraceptives. No. When you talk about sex education, we want to tell them that the first thing you should do, and the first thing we always tell students, is abstain. And abstinence means, I'm simply telling you, stay a virgin, whether a boy or a girl. But when we say that if it gets to a point where you must, then we say that please use a condom. And the third one, we say that be faithful to your, the second one, we say be faithful to your partner. Meaning that if we are talking about being faithful to your partner, we are talking about those people who are married. So if you're not married, you're here, you're not married, and you're a student, then there is nothing like being faithful to your partner. Is just being faithful to yourself. Keep yourself. And I would say that even in Trans Nzoia County, what we are trying to do, as we go with the health workers, we are also telling them that let's spread one gospel. Let the children stay pure. Let them keep their virginity until when the right time comes. So we are not saying that when we are teaching sex education, we are also teaching sex education in schools, because we also want you not to be ignorant of what can happen to you when it happens, what you should be able to do. Like for instance, if a child is maybe defiled, we are telling you that once you are defiled, the first thing you do is rush to the nearest hospital and get attention from the caregivers. So that is why we are actually giving you education. And when we are giving you contraceptives, as we said earlier, that there are those, right now, sex education in Kenya, or rather sex in Kenya, is becoming something that, I would say that somebody says that we declare things national disasters. I think we should be able to say that, because it's becoming too much. A child at 9 years knows so much about sex that they can even teach a person who is 50 years. So we are just trying to say that, please, even for those 9 years who are already doing it, let them do it with a contraceptive. But we are not encouraging them to do it. We are just saying that then protect yourself if you must do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Transzoia, and let me just add to 2 things, and then I will also respond to the issue of what is the pathway for a girl who has undergone FGM. First, on the issue of sex education, it is to remove the ignorance in both the parent and also the child. And I want to give you an example whereby, because of ignorance of some girls, they underwent FGM. Of course, they were forced into FGM, but after they healed, they were having challenges in menstruation because the pathway is so tiny. They were having clots, so they were having a medical problem. And that's why I'm saying FGM actually causes medical problems. So for them to be able to get relief, they went to a medical hospital and they're told that the challenge is not because they are sick, it's just because that the flow of the blood is not continuous, so there's clotting. And therefore, what should we do? They said, okay, the only way for you to have it rectified is for the pathway to be enlarged. But with time, as you grow, probably it will heal. But because the girls were in pain, they amongst themselves, they said, how do we